Yeah. What's going on, everybody? We're back with a lot of shit tonight. So right now, we're gonna start with something which would I would think be a little bit more lighthearted before we get into the rest of the shit tonight. And we're here with the OGs of OGs, Alba and Preach, with apparently somebody returning, a Pearl, Miss Pearly thing returning to the internet. And I'm very curious to see how this one turns out because I think last time I remember, she was big big quote unquote like a couple years ago. I remember the last thing, or at least one of the things she said was that 13-year-olds were more attractive than 30-year-olds, women wise, and I don't know why. Pico, what's going on, bro? What I want you to do, I guess just try to use those commands in the chat and see what happens, because TTS is supposed to be free. And like it's free with the commands, so I want to see if that'll work. And the factor one just for see if the promo thing will work. If not, then just fuck it. I'll figure it out later. I've been trying to get TTS to work for so fucking long, but we're here now. And let me do something real quick. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Boom.
In the moon.
In the moon?
Well, at night.
All right, let's keep watching.
Just Paley things.
Just Paley things?
Why are you playing it? Why you have 30 seconds?
Back.
Guess.
Today's
Motherfucker is so impatient.
topic, you might not know this, but our girl is back.
Guess who's back? Which girl?
Pearl.
Okay, again. Pearl. Just Pearly things.
She got remonetized.
She got remonetized.
For some of you guys who don't remember
good for you,
Pearl.
But clearly there is one thing that money cannot buy, and that thing is taste. This video is from Pearl's channel called Wife School.
Wife School?
No, do TTS and then type something. Tendy! You know, it didn't work? Damn. I'm so technologically ungifted.
She's not a wife. She's not even a girlfriend.
That's what she's going to school to learn how to be a wife.
Oh.
She's single though, but she's like trying to develop the skills. You know,
That's
as an unattractive Yeti ginger, she got to figure.
Yeti?
Like, you know, them tall.
I know what a Yeti is.
Got you.
That's crazy.
Yes.
But she does have to put some
That's
sunscreen
crazy.
in the moon.
In the moon.
Well, at night.
All right, let's keep watching.
Just Paley things.
Just Paley things?
Oh, wrong button.
Am I wrong?
What was the other nickname I came for her?
Oh, you came with
Just Lonely Things.
Just Lonely Things.
Hey!
Just Lonely Things.
Just Lonely.
Just Lonely Things is fucking crazy. Because her whole thing is about dating and like what women should do in like relationships. And I keep a man in this, but yeah, she's like can't hang on to a boyfriend. What are you talking about? Even being a wife for?
Things. We're gonna keep that one. Let's keep listening.
Just Lonely Things is good.
Yeah.
In the first episode, she and Allie, known as Real Femme Sapien on YouTube, meet up to improve on Pearl's fashion,
You getting sick, boy? You better drink some orange juice.
along with a male stylist who is supposed to be helping Pearl attract a husband by improving her outfits. So let's take a look at some of the outfits he puts her in.
Perfect for a night out on the town.
I'll do the full twirl. It's like
This dress looks like a trash bag.
She trying, ain't she? She's trying, right?
Dress looks like a trash bag.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
She went sing, right in the living.
Got the fuck out of her.
You wanna know how old this is? The couch was still back there. Remember when you had something to fall on?
And I was a prospect.
Yeah.
That was a prospect, yeah.
Yeah. I was dead. The way she said that was so elegant, soft-spoken,
And
violent at the same time.
Violent.
So, with
Soft
that in
and
mind,
violent.
I wanted to just come back and see what Pearl's up to now. Now that things have changed so much.
Paul Rudd and Julie Yeager have been married since 2003. When it comes to Rudd's biggest supporters, one name stands out. Julie Yeager, his wife of 20 years. So yeah, you see the looks difference here. Pretty big. They could have been looks matched like 15 years ago.
Why is she looking like a whole congresswoman? Like, she's not that old, but she looked like she just stepped out of Congress.
Though, you see, like right now she's a 5, and she got people's deemed most sexiest man alive, right? Like, why is she dressed like that? Like, why is she dressed like that? Like,
Just
why
say.
is she dressed like that?
Lost second cousin.
This video is 7 minutes that she made. And she's just reading for the 5 of it already. She made 2 comments. Oh, your wife's ugly.
And a 5?
She and Rudd are business partners. That's a mistake. Oh, Rudd, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Not only are Yeager and Rudd business partners in marriage and parenthood.
Telling that to the man who's been married for 20 years and has 2 kids.
Yeah.
Rudd calls Yeager his most attractive feature. Okay, so again, oh my gosh, that is such a looks difference. Wow. But hey, they seem happy. Look at, you see he's smiling. Can't really fake these pictures.
Well, yes, you can.
That's it. We went through all of this.
That's a lot of her channel now.
You can't fake pictures, but we're gonna see something later on where you'll see how untrue that shit is.
And you know what I remember her saying one while back? She goes, "Oh, Abba and Preach are lame. All they do is react. They don't provide no value." And then I go to her channel, and you know what it is? A reaction channel where she reads a bunch of bullshit.
The secret to their lasting love has been their unique bond.
She's commenting on different couples.
So
that's all she does.
Here's Brosman. You know how he's been with his wife for like since their young years?
Yeah.
And now in her latter years, his wife has gained weight. I think they've been together for like 30 plus years.
And
she's like, why would you like, she starts criticizing the way the woman looks and like, why would you stay with him? Like, this is James Bond we're talking about, whatever.
She gained weight. He got older. So what?
She's criticizing him for staying with the love of his life.
Kinda. She kind of does look like the Hawk Tuah girl in that they both look like plain ass white girls. But I will say that the Hawk Tuah girl probably is like marginally more attractive in the face than Pearl. I'm not gonna hold you.
Life.
Plain ass, yeah.
While
yeah.
this woman is unmarried and not in a relationship and miserable and spends all day online talking shit about women. I'm just saying. I just think it's interesting that like quasi-conservative people or people who advocate for traditional values get mad at couples who stay together because they're not on the same level of looks.
It's 2025. How old is she now?
Who? Pearl?
Yeah.
She's got like 20, 28, 29.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'll also be looking at some couples like, why are these two together? But that's like an immediate thought, right? Like off visual, sometimes some shit just doesn't match up. But at the same time, like someone said earlier, it's if they're happy. Like she said, if they're happy. Fuck it. But I wouldn't like try to tear them, like criticize them for that, right? That's just being petty.
Nobody wants her. She's past due.
Yeah, because 27, according to her, is the age.
So why
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, the age thing is really weird. Like I don't know. Like I just have a personal rule myself. It's 2 years behind me and like 1 year ahead of me. And that's it. The older you get, your number should also get older, right?
Expired milk.
So why we listen to her?
I just like listening to
you got expired milk talking you got expired milk so expired that's talking about other couples in the like it's like
okay.
Yo, milk that is so expired is talking about other condiments in the fridge. That's ridiculous.
You're expired milk and you're talking about the bread of
Yeah, you turned 20 2 months ago. The thing about you is because you're 20, you can't. Well, you can barely go 2 years behind you, right? If you were 19, it would only be 1 year, but you just hit that sweet spot of 2 years behind you, 1 year ahead of you.
And butter being together, bitch, be expired and leave people alone. Okay,
you ready for this?
Now, what is
Bitch
a
be
mid?
expired.
Let's talk about this. What is a mid? A mid is, I would say, a 4 to a 6, maybe a 7, maybe a 3 to a 7. That's all in the middle. So the problem is when a man has an opinion and it makes women feel icky like this, because, you know, many women will see this and think, oh shit, if Scarlett Johansson is a mid, what does that make me?
If
Insecure. Look, listen, even if it's me, anything that like I would say like about I guess anyone's appearance, you don't have to be offended by it. You really fucking don't. Am I talking to you specifically? No, then don't get offended.
Who?
You only respond to what you are. You know what I'm saying?
Who? I'm gonna nigga. I didn't know that in the house you had owls. Who said that Scarlett fucking Johansson was mid? Well, you know what? I always find something positive. At least when she said that comment, she did an effort with the makeup.
Yeah, all that Brittany Venti roasting got her to go to see a stylist for real.
Yo, Brittany Venti is...
I'm gonna say this. I'm impressed, Pearl. I didn't know somebody could take a break from work, come back more stupid. You had 6 months to up your IQ and read something, and you managed to become more retarded.
That was only
I
6
couldn't
months.
imagine sitting online and spending my day looking at women's social media and be like, "You're ugly. You're ugly," while you look like a ginger yeti.
You're criticizing why people are together while you're lonely.
Yes. And you don't want to be lonely. You even said, "Hey guys, you can cheat on me," and niggas still don't want you.
And you know, if a guy has all the things that you look for, he might cheat. Yeah. So how can I be that mad if he cheats when it's like I picked him?
Would you?
That's how can you be mad if he cheats if you picked him? Because he's not supposed to cheat. Unless you're in a non-monogamous relationship, I don't see why you should be content with anyone, man or woman, cheating on you. That's just retarded. You're just a fucking cuck, simp, submissive little bitch at that point.
Do you accept if he's just stepping up but not getting anyone pregnant?
Are we married?
No, you're in a relationship.
I think if I'm being truly honest with myself, for
2025 is a joke, but she's a product of like 2019.
the right guy, I probably would.
How many times?
I don't know how many times. But I swear to God, like, guys don't try to sleep with me.
Couldn't imagine.
like, I swear to God, I've been on a date, and I would have been down, and you just never tried. I was like, oh, okay. I've been on a date, so the guy didn't even touch me once.
Yeah.
He touched me once, and I'm like, yeah. I don't really have guys approach me often.
Guys could have you and have other things, and they still don't want you.
Which is crazy, but also very sad. Like, she's being completely serious, and that is an extremely sad thing to, like, actually put yourself in the shoes of. Like, I know we're all here for jokes and shit, but that is kind of sad.
They don't even want you part-time. They don't want you for free. They wouldn't even take money to have you.
What did you say?
Yeah,
What did you say?
I said they could have had you for free. I said they could have been paid, and they still don't want your ass. I mean, you could give a nigga a full-time salary, and I don't still think he gonna put it in you. That's crazy. With this unemployment rate, nigga said, I'd rather be homeless than be in your pussy. That's crazy.
And the thing is, really,
Modern dating is a cheating problem. Modern dating is fucking trash. Because a lot of modern dating is influenced by the social media. And the social media is influenced by young, stupid people for the most part. Or they influence each other. And they see the stupid shit that's on the internet. So it's like, there's a lot of either unironic or completely serious reels or clips of girls saying how they cheated and they're just like hiding it, or they expose themselves, and in the most like blasé way. It's like, are we fucking serious? Listen, this is why I say, I'll tell every young guy, don't date until you're 30, or find a woman who's like at least older, because young shit's not, it's not hidden. It's not.
really, I don't really care.
For
how
your
you
fucking
look,
sanity,
because
just wait.
If we really think about it, you're decent. But when you open your mouth, goddamn, more ugly comes out.
Yep.
You're ugly.
How do we? It's self-control. I know it sounds simple, because it is simple, but a lot of people don't really have that self-control in them. Like, I've had this kind of self-control since I was a kid. Like, I've always ever wanted to be with one person ever since I was a child. I was naive, but still, I kept that kind of mindset. And I have maybe 6 people I've slept with in like 4 or 5 serious relationships, and I'm 31. I'm not mad about that at all. I used to tell people that when I had like 4 or 5 or 4. And like, you only have 4? It's like, yeah, I only have 4. What's the big fucking deal? Not everybody is worth you. Understand that.
Uglier on the inside than the outside. Your audacity makes you ugly.
In Nashville, I mean, she was probably going for the musicians. Now she's maybe going for the surfer guys, or not surfer, snowboarding guys. I think
Or she
there's
just
going to
like
be
that
a
hair.
lot of her. I don't think she's going to stand out in Denver, but I don't think she'll do bad either. It's really going to be dependent on her personality. She'll
I really like how she's reading this like it's a fucking sport. Like she's a sport commentator. All right, we got this girl from fucking Denver. Let's see how she does.
get in the door, maybe not with like, I don't know, I'd say A-level men in the city, but she like a B-level guy.
I feel what you're saying, but I don't think it's an authority thing. Like even what I'm doing could be asked that question, could have that question levied against me, right? But it's not so much an authority thing as like her opinion, purely her opinion thing, right? She says it as if she has some sort of authority, but what it is just something that anyone could ignore. You can completely ignore everything she's saying. That's why she's a clown show.
I think she would.
So she spends this time just shitting on these girls for their looks and be like,
I'm
"That's what you're
likable,
gonna get,
thank
that's what you're gonna end up
you."
with." Like, look,
Again, I think she's got big boobs, a little overweight, 5 face, maybe 4.
Listen, I know what you're working with, but I won't consider those big particular. Honestly, they're not bad, but not big. Big is like what, C plus? Well, I guess I can't really say from this far away, but like I wouldn't consider those particularly big.
Or this face isn't great.
Reasons
But
you should.
she's got blonde hair. Again, I don't know what it is. The blonde hair,
Facts.
I think because guys, it's like they see girls quick. They don't.
I hear you,
like,
Tende.
us women notice details of women like way more than guys. Like one time, there was this girl on my show, and she was overweight, totally, but she had really big boobs, right?
I think I disagree with
Women notice details of women like way more than guys. Like
you. Yes, actually, you know what that is? That does sound true. I was about to say I meant like I thought she meant to say that guys don't notice details in general, and that's completely untrue. If a guy likes you enough, he will notice every little detail about you, and that will make you insecure. Because I've told my girlfriends the little things I notice about them, and they hate it. They can't stand it for some reason. But like, no, I appreciate it. No, it's ugly. Like, it's not ugly. I don't like. No, it's ugly. I'm like, all right.
one time, there was this girl on my show, and she was overweight, totally, but she had really big boobs, right? And I asked the guys who they thought the best looking girl on the show was that day. I mean, other than me, obviously. I'm just kidding. Said her, and I'm like, did you guys not notice? She's like,
See, you know what? If you would have just held on to that, best looking girl besides me, and just kept it rolling, you'd be good for your confidence. But you just came back. I'm just joking. No. See, now you don't have that confidence anymore.
I mean, other than
Confidence
me,
is
obviously.
also
I'm just
attractive.
kidding. Said her, and I'm like, did you guys not notice? She's like,
even her joking about it, and I know it's a joke, I'm still disgusted.
I'm just kidding. And the guys said her. And I'm like, did you guys not notice she's like fat? And they're like, what? They don't, like, if a girl has a really good body part, they don't see the rest of the bad ones as much.
That's not
No,
true.
that's, you just don't.
I also want to know what she considers fat. Because, I mean, there's obviously a spectrum of like obesity, right? But like curvy is not fat. Thick isn't fat either. Now, again, you could be we're walking in the gray, right? There's a spectrum of it, but like, just because you got big titties, I want to know what she sees to be fat, because like I'm picturing something in my head, but like, listen, I wouldn't be mad about that.
Don't understand us. That's why when you yapping up here talking about what dudes like,
It's okay. You spend all this time talking about women and shitting on couples when you and it's just a proof. You don't even understand. You can't even appeal to men.
oh wait, no, she did have one. You remember him?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
homeless
I was
baby
thinking of him.
daddy who cheated on her with somebody else. You got cheated on by a homeless man.
I thought you was about to say a hobo.
That is crazy. Cheated on by a homeless man. And that's like the only person of record you've been with. And like seeing his face, I remember clips of them being together on the internet somewhere. And it's like, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to pull him up, but Jesus Christ.
That would have sounded bad way back.
He was a homosexual, correct?
Pearl actually got catfished by an obese man with 2 children on TikTok.
Just the way she says it. Obese man on
Maybe when
TikTok.
did we start dating?
Oh yeah, that's what I was
Yep,
thinking of.
That's right. An obese man with 2 children on TikTok. And I point out that he's obese because Pearl is constantly dunking on fat girls.
Why do I need to look at your rolls and then I have to go on social media? Then boom, whale. Boom, another whale.
The cherry on top is that Pearl has been pretty adamant about men having
Wow.
children being a deal breaker for her.
For me personally, I'm not into the guys with kids. That's not my thing.
Instead of immediately breaking up with him for hiding 2 whole children from her, she instead takes him in to live with her and her family to mooch off of them.
Because he was homeless when I first met
Yeah.
him. So I moved him into my parents' house
Yeah.
so he could get an ID.
Too.
Yeah, and so my
Show
parents
proof of
put
him.
him on our lease.
See, now being this close to you, it's definitely the lighting, but I did not notice your eyebrows at first. And I'm like, why she look like a thumb right now? Oh, because the lighting is absolutely terrible for you. And you also have no makeup on. Which in general isn't a problem, but we're talking about Pearl here, all right? She needs a little bit of something somewhere.
Aw.
So that was how and they moved him in for he lived with us for a month.
Meanwhile, Pearl is out here humble bragging about her bagging a rich one on podcasts.
Oh, he was a millionaire. It was just he didn't know what to do with it.
How did you never millionaire?
He was on social media and I saw he lived kind of close to me.
How
And
did
so
you
I
have
made,
a millionaire?
videos saying oh, we should hang out.
Dudes will overlook the fact that women may have curves or rolls or whatever. If she hot, if she got big, if she got a nice face, there's plenty of things that dudes look for. Dudes
I know I was just geeking out over fucking Samara Sin last night, but listen, ain't nothing wrong with some curves. Ain't nothing wrong with a little tummy. Shit, I'm a chef. I'll feed my girl anyway. You think I'm gonna be upset about a little tummy, some thick ass thighs? What are we talking about?
are not looking for women with the thinnest body fat percentage or
What I
toned gym.
what-
A
what
lot
I
of guys
was-
go for different things.
What I was saying was this.
Go, sorry.
No, it's fine.
My apologies.
What I was saying was this.
Yes.
You've proven many, many times
The hate.
that you do not know what men want.
Let it flow.
Well, because men don't want you. So now you try to school people. You try to school people on what men. You don't know what men want.
Not you.
You don't know what men want.
100%.
You don't know what we like. You don't know what. Oh yeah, well it's just because of the boob. You don't. You wouldn't know that.
I like milk. And I love boobies. Have you ever, you ever seen a G cup?
Yeah.
You ever taken a titty, lifted it, put it over your head, and it covers both ears like a muffler?
No,
That
that's
shit
fucking
crazy.
weird.
I wish I did.
Now imagine, put your hands over your ears like this. Now imagine just nipples doing what your hands are doing right now.
Nipples.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Long ass nipples, nigga. You need to rephrase whatever the fuck.
You need to refrain what the fuck you're thinking about. Because even simpler than that, have you ever just laid on a big pair of titties? It is the most comfortable thing in the world. I swear to God, coming home from work and just crashing on my girl's big ass titties, it is heaven. I swear to God. I want to die in some big ass titties.
Fuck you doing?
Did you understand what I'm trying to?
No, I don't. Cause
This one, if it's a G, I said G. I didn't say F. G.
I know what the fuck.
You know what G means?
Yeah.
Oh, sup, Tyree? I didn't even see you came in there. My bad. I was talking about some big ass titties.
Like a gangster. That shit lean back and twist and turn and shit.
I know what
So
a
you
G
can
is.
one ear and then.
Chip. You.
Okay, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm just saying. Yeah, some days I'm not a titty guy, but I can appreciate,
You're not a titty guy.
pumpers. I can
Pumpers?
appreciate pumpers.
Shut
I'm not.
Shut
Yes.
I'm not.
This
Just
mother-
stop.
No.
I like milk. Ooh, look at them jugs. Ooh, titty meat.
I know. But anyway,
Titty meat.
all my point is,
Another point is
men's tastes are much longer than that.
The long ass nipples on the
right?
ears.
And I don't want to hear it from Pearl, especially with people who've been married for 30 plus years. For you to be out there talking about their partners and how they look, if they happy in that relationship, shut your
Yo.
fucking mouth. The same way when you get married one
Yeah.
day, God for.
He said,
Yeah,
God
yeah, like-
forbid. He said, on his train of thought, God forbid. That's crazy about you.
years for you to be out there talking about their partners and how they look. If they happy in that relationship, shut your fucking mouth. The same way when you get married one day, God for willing.
forbid.
Yeah, you know, like
No, yeah, I understand.
I just
God-
thought about the homeless man she's gonna marry that's gonna suffer.
No, it's just
Okay,
I'm just
okay,
saying.
okay. That makes sense. I saw it from a completely different perspective when he said that. If it's God forbid for the way she would be treated, then yes, God forbid her. Yes, let's not have that happen.
I don't think we all said that shit, but me personally, I don't think you're that bad looking. You're really ugly when you open your mouth, and I really hope because you wouldn't have said none of those things. You would have been fine. You would have been okay. You would have been cool, a cool person. But you're so dislikable. You're so dislikable and full of audacity
Yeah,
that it makes you
that's true.
ugly as fuck. You understand what I'm?
That's what makes it easy to make fun of her, because she's such a pain in the ass, right?
I'm saying you are. It's really just that. Because you, real talk, with a little work, with a little, a little work, a little different attitude.
She'd be a 4.
You'd be okay. You'd be okay. You'd be doing good. But you're so disagreeable that, nah. Okay. And of course, if you get a man, he is gonna go through thick and thin because you are thick and thin. You're thin, pale skin, and you got a thick skull.
I'll say this: you were right. My bad. She is vastly more ugly on the outside. The reason why
On the
I wince-
inside.
Yeah, sorry. My hate is flowing through me.
Yes.
My apologies.
It
But
is
you
just
are right.
flowing
I have to
through
give
him.
that to you because I think what makes me actually revolted by her is really her personality.
So-
and what
You know what? You know what it is? The bunny chasers. I think I told you this before. I told somebody this recently, that it's Mariah Carey's fault. Mariah Carey is the reason why black guys have a white girl addiction.
most men see is like how. You ever seen someone who's arrogantly stupid?
Yes.
Like just like audaciously
and
stupid.
Then you're like you
Hassan
turn the fuck
Piker.
off.
So it's like, how the fuck are you this ugly on the outside, but even more nasty on the inside? And that's what I tell people when they're always hating on, attractive people and being like, oh my God, they probably have a shit personality. This is what it looks like when an ugly person has a shit personality. There is no correlation in my experience.
She is the whitest black thing in the world and Latina thing, if that's the case. There is no way you're gonna look at her and not think white immediately. She is the reason why black guys have a white girl addiction. I promise you.
Experience between ugliness and good
I
personality.
do know what you
There
mean
are
though.
so
She is some portion of black, and that's why she got those pipes.
some of the
them
shittiest person
cheekbones.
I've ever met were ugly as sin. That's a fact. So I'm just saying, you right, my bad. I think that was a good point.
That's fine. Because really, real talk.
Yeah,
That's how you
some
don't even
portion,
understand, man.
yes.
Because you're calling these people back, and that's where it's gonna hurt you more. Because you're calling Scarlett Johansson a mid, and you think
Joe Hansen, she called Scarlett Johansson a mid? She ain't my taste, but I can recognize objective attractiveness. That's crazy.
You're like, she's a mid. What's really gonna fucking bother
That's
you
just
is
hater
at some
talk.
point, there's gonna be a dude that you're really gonna find attractive, and he's gonna go for a girl that is really uglier than you, but she's likable. And she's nice, and that's how you do not understand.
Even if that is the case, though, Tende, she comes off that way. Yeah, she's super pale. I don't know if you talk about Pearl or Mariah Carey, either one. I talk about the Mariah Carey, but just optically, right? She's optically a white girl.
Understand what man wants, because sometimes at some point you're willing to stay with someone that is less attractive but a lot less of a headache than someone that is super attractive but goddamn every day is some shit.
Dog. That's something I learned a really hard lesson of back in one of my other jobs. It's a long story, so I'm not gonna get into it. But she was tall, black, and hot. But I could not listen to her fucking talk, bro. It is the worst thing in the world if you have someone who's optically perfect, but you're not compatible, but you're trying something. It's just the worst thing in the world.
But you are not that good looking and a fucking yapper, and every day is some shit. You got nothing for you. At least help yourself.
Also,
At least help
we're
yourself.
glad we taught you how to do React stuff. You suck at it. But if you need more advice, I recommend some of our many videos where you can learn
Yes.
how to do what we do and provide no value.
Anytime, bitch.
And provide no value.
It's
Yes, sir.
unflattering on her because it's showcasing her stomach, which is
That's
not
gonna be,
what
that's gonna
she
be
should
me,
be
me and
highlighting.
10 Day
Not
one
only
day.
that, but the black is
just
washing
show up
her
at his
out,
place,
making
like,
her
hey,
look
let's do a
very
video real quick.
trained, especially considering the fact that she normally doesn't wear makeup. Going without makeup is a personal choice, and it's fine, but if
Yes.
you're gonna do that, you need to know your color palette, or you will look
Yes.
even more tired and sickly when you wear the wrong colors.
Damn, you know what? Her eyes, I'm realizing just how crooked they are. You know what she make it think of? You ever watch The Hill Have Eyes?
Yep.
Honestly, he just does her dirty the entire time.
That's
You
crazy.
ever watch The Hill?
That is insane. Holy shit, that this dude's a comedian. He is. That's just fucking funny.
Hill Have Eyes?
Yep.
Honestly, he just does her dirty the entire time.
Holy shit.
Okay, I should confess something to you guys. This stylist, I know who he is. Shut your ass up.
You ever heard of this? Yeah, you ever
Hey, shut your ass up.
Shut up.
You were going for something, but nigga, you didn't say
Shut
nothing.
up.
I tell myself to shut up all the time.
Same
Yeah,
here.
all the time.
People in the
Constantly.
comments are always like, bro, we don't know what Breach was saying. Same bitch. And I was the one saying this. So
I know I sound ridiculous sometimes. Don't worry.
so it's cool.
Now it's spin, not too fast. Okay.
He must think that she's a dumpster because he keeps putting her in trash bags.
Jesus Christ, girl.
Or in trash bags.
I remember her. I remember
God, I
that.
love a girl who
I've
can, who is
noticed a
just
lot of
like
therapists
super
are
sharp
like
tongue.
older single women, and I'm kind of like, if you can't maintain a relationship, why would I take advice from you?
Oh my God. How you just gonna hang her like that? That's crazy. You can just hang her and let her dangle like that. That's crazy. Oh man, I fucking love Admin Preach, man. These guys are definitely some of my inspirations for sure. But we got something else to deal with. Something less fun. Apparently the Diddy trial started today.